My name is Christopher Stillar. I'm just your average, ordinary guy. I've been married to my high school sweetheart for over 20 years, and I'm the father of 4 children. I live a typical life, ordinary in every way. Oh yeah, did I mention? I hear and see dead people. I'm a spiritual medium, and this is my story. In the mid-90s, a traumatic and serious health crisis, combined with the death of my beloved grandmother, changed my life in ways I could never have predicted. Now it is I who is changing lives. Real people in real pain, dealing with unimaginable grief, getting the chance to connect one more time with those they loved and lost. Changing people's lives and healing their souls with the help of their loved ones in spirit is my daily work, it's my passion, and my life's purpose. Welcome to my world, and welcome to Seeking Spirit.
Okay, hi, I'm Ellen.
And I'm Hugh.
We've seen Chris a few times before, although not for a few years now. And we're hoping to hear from our daughter, my dad, and our friend Pat we were hoping for.
I want to welcome you both, and I want to thank you for coming. So, first thing that I want to say to both of you is, I guess we should make it clear I've read you in the past, although it's been 6 years apparently.
About that, 6 or 7.
So it's been quite a while. But full disclosure nonetheless, I don't remember your reading at all, or who's passed or who isn't in that way. But I do want to say that prior to you arriving to the office, and I actually was up street in between tapings, I had some running around to do, and there was chatter going on in my head then, if you can imagine, by a young lady, a younger female coming through to you, which I believe to be your daughter. And the other thing I want to say is that I've had a dad or a father figure coming through, and then I had a female that I would say older than your daughter, Kate, which I know your daughter's name previously, but this female's coming through older or above, so not at Kate's level. The thing that I would tell you is I honestly felt when I was up on the main street that for whatever reason, I don't know if the female's passing is the more recent or the most recent or why, but it had like a recent feel to it, and I just don't know the whys of it. But I have to tell you that I've got a cancer connection coming through, or a reference to cancer with the female when I get this connection.
Jane?
Oh, you don't have to give names because I won't know. It'll be up to her if the way she wants to come through. So I don't know if I'm talking at your side, Hugh, but I will tell you, I think she comes in, and don't take this personally, Ellen. She seems to, even before you got here, seems to connect, or the energy seems to run through you for some reason. Don't know why. I don't know if that means it's family, or if the connection's to you, or if there's just something she wants to say to you. But I felt like there was a pull or a connecting link there. I've got a cancer issue coming through. The other thing that I want to say though is the younger female or daughter figure, again, I'm in my car up street driving when all this was coming through. I have to talk about the brother figure, and I had to talk about an education issue. That was very brief, but then what I want to say about is for Mom, or for you, Ellen, there was a sense of whatever you're doing, it's almost, she's laughing in the fact that it's like you're in school or going back to school learning stuff, and she finds this hysterically funny. I don't think you're technically in school, but it would feel like this for you. And in the part that was connected to this that she doesn't laugh about is about helping people. So there's something of a helping or a giving, some kind of service or something back to people that she's very proud of. Now, the thing that seemed very unclear to me, is there anything funny about golf, Hugh, or something golf related and funny and that might be kind of timely about you for some reason? I don't even know if you golf.
Well, I golf.
Has there been anything recent or something why she would laugh and a golf reference?
Not really. I mean, I haven't played golf this year at all. Maybe that's why she's laughing.
I honest to God don't know if that's it or not. But again, this was happening probably a half an hour before you ever entered the office, where she was bringing up a golf tie to you or a golf connection. I felt like something. I know you haven't golfed because you said that. Has there been discussion about it just like the last couple days or something?
Yeah, just in the last couple of days, I golf up at Cobble Beach in Owen Sound in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's laughing, but I felt like something in the last couple days has been like discussed or brought up or acknowledged about a golf thing. So I don't know where that fits for you.
But
Have you
that's the
talked
only
about it?
thing recently that I've talked about. Yeah.
And you have talked about the golf.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
no,
Well, I
we-
honestly didn't remember if you golfed or if that ever came up. And did it come up in another reading? Probably not.
no,
think
no,
so.
it hasn't.
Okay, so just know that she's acknowledging or making reference to this. There's a sense of you feeling inundated or overwhelmed at times, Ellen, that she was giving me as well. That's recent, I would say recently, but I'm talking more like probably months. Not in days, but in months leading up to this point, where she makes me feel like a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on your shoulders, and I don't know if it's responsibility or not, but I just feel somewhat overwhelmed. But she makes me feel like, in all honesty, you do well, you manage it, even though you're kind of like Old Faithful, in that you have these moments where you blow, and then it's like letting off steam, and when you do this, it's a good thing, and it's like the blood pressure drops and everything seems to drop a bit, and then it's like you can get back and focus on what you need to do. But you're like a slow cooker in that the pressure builds up and then you let it go. Have you been feeling like a lot of pressure the last few months?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense
And
to
it
me.
does not help that you're a perfectionist in some ways. So I'm not quite sure what that means,
I do.
but the perfectionistic quality just doesn't seem to help you in that way. What would be, I don't know what this means, what would be like a camp related aspect or something about like, I don't know if it's a summer camp or a camp place?
Camp Hill. Camp Hill is, do you want me to?
No.
No, okay.
But I
Okay.
do want to say, because I don't know if she'll elaborate or if this is connected to her, but I'm seeing like things like when I'm looking at like the old Bill Murray movie Meatballs, and they're at like a summer camp thing and there's kids there. I don't know why, but I'm seeing something that would be like a summer camp or camp thing. It's not like camping in a tent. It's
No,
it's
it's
got to be like a camp thing or something that she's bringing up. I just don't know why, but she keeps showing me these images. Is this tied or linked to your daughter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you can maybe explain that later unless more comes up in the reading.
Okay.
I just don't know why I'm seeing the camp issue, and if it is for Kate, and Kate has been passed now for a little bit, I'm not sure why she still brings it up.
I know why.
Okay, perfect. So you know there's a current tie or a link of why she would bring this up? Great. And just know she's proud or happy about this, okay?
Oh,
So I don't
okay.
know why. I have some guy, though, that is not elderly or old, that's, I'm still telling you, wheeled himself in a wheelchair and is standing here, and he's up and he's like, I can walk.
You're positive it's a man?
Yes, it's not Kate.
No, I wasn't thinking it was
Okay.
Kate. I was
No,
thinking
it's a
somebody else.
male.
It's a male.
It's a man. Something that's funny that most parents, I say typically, dread or are sad or don't look forward to the empty nest syndrome. Is there a reason why you guys would be the polar opposite, like, oh hell, they're coming back, or it's coming back and it's going to throw everything into...
Is she telling you that?
Yes!
Katie, some things should be sacred. Really? Yes, there is an aspect of that, just a little
Okay,
going on
listen, I'm a parent of 4. I totally get it. I totally get it. But she's laughing because normally the parents are like, oh my God, the house is going to be just us, and what are we going to do? And my heart's breaking because my kid's going away, and blah, blah. I feel like my heart's breaking because they're coming back, or he's coming back, and it's going to just throw a whole disarray into the life that we kind of really like.
Just a little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She just says, Mom, you'll weather the storm. You will do fine. And a great deal of this time, you won't even see the person. So I don't think it's going to be quite as bad as what you think. And then you probably have an issue around the fact you don't see him. So you
I'm a
can't have
mother.
it. You can't have it both ways. But she's
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
it's going to go fine. It's
Okay.
going to go fine. try this differently. First name of one individual that you're hoping for today?
Ben.
Ben?
Ben.
Yes or no, okay? Do you know why he would make me feel like, this is weird.
What a surprise.
Do you know why I would get a disabled feeling for
From him?
Ben? You can say no if it doesn't make sense.
Well, sort of for the...
Can I tell you, I don't know why, it's like I have an image of a male that rode in on a wheelchair, and then once he got in here, stood up and started to walk. And I don't know why they would show me that.
My dad, maybe?
No, I'm
'Cause
pretty
who
sure
was?
that's my dad.
Okay.
I think I know why. Should I tell you?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
just need you to know, for some reason, even though you've asked for Ben, because I don't know who Ben is, I have a male that's like came in on a wheelchair and then all of a sudden stood up and walked. And I don't quite get the connection or understand the why of it, but that's what I've got.
That would be Dave, you know.
It didn't feel like an older male necessarily, but
Oh,
He would do that.
I could see Dave doing that.
is this somebody with like humor?
Oh, yeah.
And is there a reason technically why in life, like why he would bring in a wheelchair, but then get up and he's like, now I'm fine, or now I'm normal? Because I literally have somebody that rolled in in a wheelchair and then stood up, and it's like, now I'm walking, and they're laughing.
There's a couple of people.
Okay,
There's Dave, there's also
They'll no names. They'll just have to define it if they're going to come through stronger. Okay.
Yeah.
You've asked for Ben, and I don't know if I can get Ben or if Ben will come through. Do you know why I would talk about a heart issue there?
Yes.
Because I feel like there's some problem with the heart that doesn't seem just like cardiac arrest. It feels like there's something else that was going on with the heart. So I don't know if something is, I don't know if I'd say deformed or something is irregular with it, but that's the feeling, and it just doesn't come through like a normal cardiac arrest feeling.
From Ben, you're saying?
I'm
or from
assuming, because
somebody?
when you said the name, that's what I got, except I have this male that rolled in on a wheelchair and then got up and started
I don't
laughing.
think that's Ben. But the heart thing, it could be. I mean,
Do you know if there was something irregular with it, or if there was a problem
like
with the heart?
congenitally, I don't think so, but there certainly were issues.
With the heart?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what the difference is or what I'm saying, because it's like one part of it you're not getting, but then you said, but there's issues. So I don't know if it's the way I'm describing it.
Probably. It's all you. He had he had heart. That's not what killed him, but he had heart problems.
And there was
in
a
his
history
later
of
life.
this.
For him, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I have some guy, though, that is not elderly or old, that's, I'm still telling you, wheeled himself in a wheelchair and is standing here, and he's up and he's like, I can walk.
You're positive it's a man?
Yes, it's not Kate.
No, I wasn't thinking it was
Okay.
Kate. I was
No,
thinking
it's a
somebody else.
male.
It's a male.
It's a male, and it's like,
one in Montreal.
all I can tell you is
No.
he's not like an elderly man, and there's like humor, and he's like, I can walk now, and that's what he's saying.
Oh,
So is this somebody
Okay,
that
I
would be
think-
connected to Kate?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Because it's
yes.
like, honestly, he's standing next to her, and it's like he comes in on her level. So every time you were thinking of an older person like your dad, it's not registering because he's a young man coming through.
I get that.
And he's like, I can walk now.
But he would have been our contemporary, not hers.
That's
in
fine.
age ways.
I just know that he's
Yeah.
coming through like young, and it's some kind of connection to Kate or a
Yeah.
reference to Kate, like you would know him through Kate.
Yes.
And that's where I felt
Yeah.
like the wheelchair thing would come into play
I know
too.
who that is. Yep.
Okay.
Good call.
There's one other person that could be connected in the family that literally you might have got some like issues with or things rebuttal
Yeah.
back from. And I'm telling you, Ellen, he's really sorry about that. Ben, your dad? Is he feisty?
Oh yeah.
Did he not want, and I don't know if you know this, you may have to get it checked. I'm finding you to be a real pain today, Ellen.
We aim to please.
Can I just tell you that he could be coming through, and I'm not sure. There's a feistiness with him, this man, that I'm starting to feel, which I don't get with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I don't know if it's not your dad's personality, Hugh, or if it's just what he went through. This seems closer to the time of death. I don't know if he would be, and I don't know why he would need it necessarily, but it's like he doesn't want something put down his throat. And I don't quite get it. But it's like he's really steadfast about this. So do you know if somebody needed to try to get oxygen into him, or if there was
That's not
something
what it
of
was, but
clearing
I do
the
know what he's
airway
talking
or
about.
something?
I know what he's talking about.
Because he's like
he didn't like that.
Mad Hatter angry
Yeah.
around whatever this is about the throat. And he makes me feel like it's just got a whole different vibe to his energy and personality than the man that was up north and talking about.
He had a different vibe and personality. Yeah.
Okay. And you understand what this medical thing in the
Generally,
throat?
yes. It wasn't about his death, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay. But you understand why he doesn't want this? Because he's like no bones about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's the stubbornness.
He was a little bit
Okay.
stubborn now, though.
Sometimes I think even people could try to help him, would try to help him, and I don't know if he saw it that way, to be honest with you.
That is
And
definitely
I'm not talking,
Yes.
and I'm not just talking medical, I'm talking
no.
family.
That's definitely the case.
Yeah, and I feel like hurt feelings could have been brought up about this and created about this, and I gotta say that he's deeply, and I mean this, deeply sorry for, I don't know if it's like misinterpretation or he's so stubborn that black is black and white is white, and he won't budge from this. But I feel like he clearly sees how people tried to help him, and he rebuffed it, and he was crotchety or stubborn or whatever this is. So it's like he gets it and he understands and he's sorry. But he still comes through kind of Spitfire-ish in the way that damn thing in my throat, whatever that is. So he seems pretty clear about it, and why he's stepping up now. If this is Ben, I don't know, but if he's stepping
like
up
it.
now, I don't know why now and not before, but maybe Hugh's dad wouldn't get a shot if Ben came in first, so we have to see. Isn't it funny, but not funny haha, but isn't it funny, the saying goes, that I described you a few minutes ago when it came to the female sister figure on Hugh's side and the cancer and what you did and the way you reached out and the difference that made. Plus we talked about it with this other young man that rolled in and stood up, and you helped his wife and his family because she couldn't be there. You do the same thing trying with your dad. The intent's the same, the want is the same, only there it might seem like I got shit on. And he is so sorry for that. And I think it's not just him. There's one other person that could be connected in the family that literally you might have got some like issues with or things rebuttal
Yeah.
back from. And I'm telling you, Ellen, he's really sorry about that. Because I can tell you honestly, I don't feel like it's his intent, but the man is rigid. Just the way
He certainly was.
just the way he came through, kind of bitching and moaning about the throat thing and being very like steadfast about that. I'm like, oh, he's very strong, and that's where I said he's a total different energy than the man talking to Hugh. But I couldn't tell whose dad's who.
Yeah, I
So-
can.
I don't know if it's too little, too late,
Well, it means a lot.
but his gratitude is there. He didn't show it well. He didn't demonstrate it in any way, and it could have been the complete opposite. It could have been the complete reverse. And yet, I got to tell you, he gets it and he understands. He's like, I was bad. He's like slapping his hand. I was bad. And I don't know what this other person or party is that would be involved, where I feel like, again, you might have got crapped on.
Is it a live person?
Yes,
or-
yes,
oh,
very
I know
much
exactly
so. But
who
it's
it
a
is.
family connection.
I know who it
And
is.
he feels bad because he might have influenced this. He might
Little
have,
bit.
you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All I can tell you is Katie's standing here and she's like, let's make it about me again. Let's make it
Now
about me.
That's Kate. Yeah.
Let's make it about me again.
Oh, sweetheart, it's always about you.
Just know how good she is. Ask your question.
Is she able to tell me why, in words rather than pictures to me, why I can't see her anymore? Is that a me thing or a her thing, is what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, just hold on. What I will tell you is when you could see her, when you did have that connection in the way that you visually would see her in your head and have that connection, that was to strengthen you, to get you to the point where you will just trust without it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I can tell you as a medium, I went through the same thing. When I
Mm-hmm.
first started, so much was visual for me. And then I started losing it and it more became feeling. I can tell you after 17 years, I so trust the feelings more than I do the visuals sometimes now. And it's just a strengthening, and it's part of the aspect that will strengthen, and for it to strengthen for you, you got to lose. It's like a person that literally has sight, but then it becomes blind at a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
The longer they live, the more heightened the other senses become. So it's just that type of thing to strengthen your other senses as well. So she's around. You will have moments where you see her, but it's going to be infrequent. Now I want to ask, have you had 2 strong visitations with her in the dream format? Because she keeps bringing up about two of them.
Recently?
I have no clue since she's passed.
I did, yes, I had a couple, but they were a long time ago.
That's
but
okay,
yes,
but
yeah.
see, there's a difference between just dreams and
Visitations. Oh, I know.
So she's talking about 2 that seem
That
like
were visitations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that even then that they were.
okay,
It's
but
been a long time though.
those are probably the 2 that you've had. I'm asking
Yep.
because she's only saying there's 2.
Yep.
There's 2 where like she came to you in that way.
Yeah.
That
Do
were
another one, honey. Be all right. I'm okay with that.
Some surprises.
Yeah.
Some surprises. Some people came through that we didn't expect. Donald was.
Donald was surprising.
Was a very big surprise. He hasn't come through before.
No.
So
Settled some things for me, which was wonderful. Some messages from my dad that I needed to hear. My dad and I do a lot of healing work. I do Reiki, I do coaching, I do all kinds of things. And he was a medical doctor and was very against all this, thought I was out of my mind. And although for the last month of his life, he loved when I came and did Reiki on him. He died of a brain tumor ultimately. But we had words about this at one point, and where he told me how he felt about what I do. And after that had made decisions and he promised me something that he then gave to my brother instead, and just stuff like that, which we never really fixed up, except that when someone is dying and you're giving them Reiki, it's really hard to stay mad at them. So I wasn't still angry anyway. That's why when Chris kept saying, I don't know if it's too little, too late, absolutely not. And it was all forgiven already. It was just nice to hear the acknowledgement from him, because as he said, he was very stubborn and I never would have heard it in life. So it's nice to hear it now. Really nice to hear from my daughter again. She didn't wake up one morning. In life, she had severe cerebral palsy. Was very physically disabled, mentally normal, medically very healthy, but fully dependent physically. And she just didn't wake up one morning. Very unexpected for all of us. So, and that was end of June, will be 6 years. Since then, she couldn't talk when she was here in life. she had ways of communicating non-verbally, but she couldn't talk. So it's really interesting to hear what she has to say when she, that's why in the thing she said, I used to talk for her. And apparently I still do.